It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Seneca. The year is ending, and the question is not how much time is left, but what skills will you carry into the next one? Skills that don't just make you more effective at work, but stronger, calmer, and wiser in life. Time. It slips away faster than we realize. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself, "You could leave life right now." Let that determine what you do and say and think. The Stoics valued preparation. They believed in training the mind and the character to be ready for the unpredictability of life. And here we are, at the edge of another year. Most people will drift into the next one unprepared, carrying the same weaknesses, the same habits, the same blind spots, but not you. Because if you're watching this, you already sense the urgency. You already know that growth isn't something to put off until January. It starts now. In this video, we'll explore 5 essential skills you must learn before the end of the year, all grounded in Stoic philosophy, yet deeply practical for the modern world. From emotional discipline to financial literacy, from mastering focus to adapting to new technologies, these skills aren't just about survival, they're about thriving. So let's begin with the first, and perhaps the most important. Skill 1, emotional discipline. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Life throws storms at us. A co-worker disrespects you. A relationship ends. You can't control these external events. But the one thing that is always yours to command is your response. The Stoics called this prohairesis, the faculty of choice. And emotional discipline is about mastering that choice. It doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but regulating them with wisdom. Think of it like a warrior's shield. Without emotional discipline, every insult, every setback pierces you. But with discipline, you hold up the shield. You assess, you breathe, and you respond, not react. Here's a practical step. When you feel anger or sadness rising, pause and ask, is this within my control? Or am I giving my peace away to something external? This simple question reframes the moment. Emotional discipline is not coldness, it's strength. It's the ability to remain calm in chaos, like a lighthouse that stands unmoved as waves crash around it. And in a world that thrives on outrage, your calmness becomes power. As Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." Brave enough to resist being enslaved by emotions. Before the year ends, train this muscle. Journal about your triggers. Reflect on moments you lost control. Then rehearse better responses. Each day you'll grow steadier, calmer, and freer. Skill 2, clear communication. Stoicism was not just about thoughts, it was also about words. The Stoics valued clarity because unclear speech reveals unclear thinking. Marcus Aurelius wrote his meditations not for the world, but for himself, to refine his mind through clear words. Seneca's letters to Lucilius are masterclasses in communicating philosophy with precision and warmth. Now think about today. Most conflicts in relationships, in work, in society, come not from malice, but from miscommunication. Clear communication is a skill that makes you powerful. It's not about fancy vocabulary or long speeches. It's about simplicity, honesty, and listening deeply. Next time you're in a conversation, practice the Stoic pause. Don't rush to respond. Listen fully. Then when you speak, aim for brevity. Cut away unnecessary words. Speak as if you were writing to your future self. And don't forget persuasion. Stoics like Epictetus often taught through dialogue, asking questions to guide students toward truth. You can do the same. Ask more questions than you answer. Let others feel heard. Clear communication earns respect. It builds trust. It avoids unnecessary drama. And in a noisy world, your ability to speak calmly, clearly, and directly will set you apart. Remember the Stoic principle. Let what you say be simply yes or no. No fluff, no confusion, just clarity. Skill 3, financial literacy and simplicity. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Epictetus, money is a tool, but for many it becomes a master. The Stoics warned against this, because craving wealth enslaves the soul. True wealth is simplicity, needing less, not owning more. But simplicity does not mean ignorance. Financial literacy is a form of wisdom, because when you don't understand money, money controls you. When you do, you gain freedom. Here's the Stoic way. Learn how to budget, not to hoard, but to live freely. Learn how to invest, not recklessly, but with patience. Learn how to avoid debt that chains you to stress. Seneca himself was a wealthy man, yet he practiced voluntary poverty, spending days living with the bare minimum to remind himself he didn't need riches to survive. You can do the same. Live simply for a week. Cook basic meals, cut luxuries. You'll discover how little you truly need. Financial literacy plus simplicity equals freedom. It means you're not living paycheck to paycheck, not enslaved to consumerism, not defined by possessions. Before this year ends, commit to learning one financial skill. Read a book, build a simple budget, or start saving consistently. Pair it with the Stoic mindset of simplicity, and money will serve you, not enslave you. Skill 4, digital literacy and adaptability. The world is changing faster than ever. AI, automation, new technologies, they're reshaping everything from work to relationships. The question is, will you resist change or adapt like the Stoics? Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." The Stoics didn't cling to the past. They prepared for the future. Digital literacy is today's survival skill. Learn how to use AI tools, how to protect your privacy, how to navigate an online world flooded with misinformation. Adaptability is the Stoic virtue of resilience applied to technology. Practical step: instead of scrolling passively, pick one digital tool this month and master it. Maybe it's AI for work, maybe it's coding basics, maybe it's cybersecurity. Each small step builds competence. Adaptability also means unlearning. Be willing to let go of old ways of working. As Epictetus said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." By embracing change instead of fearing it, you stay free in a world where others are overwhelmed. Skill 5, mindful focus and physical training. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. We live in a distracted age. Notifications, endless feeds, constant noise. And yet, the ability to focus, to give your mind fully to one task, is one of the most valuable skills today. The Stoics practiced focus through journaling and meditation. Marcus wrote to himself each morning. Epictetus urged reflection before sleep. These were forms of deep work, training the mind to be steady. Here's your practice. Set aside 1 hour a day for deep work. No phone, no distractions, just you and the task. Start with journaling. Write your thoughts with honesty. Then apply the same discipline to work, study, or a project. And don't neglect the body. The Stoics were men of action. They trained physically as well as mentally. Seneca wrote about walking, swimming, and simple exercises as essential for health. So pair deep mental focus with physical training. Lift weights, run, practice martial arts, not to impress, but to embody discipline. Your body and mind are temples. Strengthen both, and you'll walk into the next year sharper, calmer, and more resilient. We've walked through 5 skills: emotional discipline, clear communication, financial literacy with simplicity, digital literacy and adaptability, mindful focus paired with physical training. Each of these is more than a skill. They're virtues in action. They make you not just a better professional, but a better man. The Stoics remind us, life is short, time is fleeting, the year is ending, but the preparation you make now will carry you forward with strength. So pick one skill today, journal about it, begin small, and carry it into the next year with consistency. As Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Be that man, strong, calm, wise. If this video gave you clarity, don't let it end here. Choose one of these skills and begin practicing today. Write it down, journal your progress, and revisit it daily. And if you want more Stoic wisdom, subscribe to Stoic Thinker. Here, we don't just read philosophy, we live it. The year is ending, time is limited, but your preparation can make all the difference.